Hey, Chanel, you need to explain something to me.
Yes.
More and more women in my life are talking about keratin treatments.
You know what it is?
What is it?
Everyone wants their hair to be as thick as possible. Everyone wants their hair to be as healthy and shiny as possible. And women are willing to do whatever they have to
what is
to
keratin?
get that look. So it's a treatment. But for a while, it was the rage. And then we heard that there were so many chemicals involved in it that it wasn't necessarily a good thing. So I pushed the pause button there because I don't know what the news story is.
Jen, what is keratin and what is that giant thing you have?
This thing, and first of all, say hi to my friend Alexi. Good morning.
Good morning.
What is this thing that you have in your hair salon?
It's an air ventilation system.
Okay, so basically, there's a lot of people, we're doing a keratin treatment right now. A lot of people run away from the fact that there are chemicals and things that aren't great for the atmosphere or the people that are working on or even the client. You're not running away from that. You're just getting those things out of the air, right?
That's true. Keratin treatments have been out for a while, and some have formaldehyde, depending on the percentages. The ones we use have about less than 0.2%, but we still don't want our clients breathing all the fumes in.
Okay, so can I turn this sucker on for a little bit?
Absolutely.
It's a little loud, so we're not going to leave it on for the whole segment. But the idea is, we see that stuff, wow, and it is getting sucked right in.
It gets sucked right in, and it just cleans the air out, so the hairstylist and the client is not breathing it in.
Are you surprised other salons aren't using this?
I am kind of surprised, just because of the stigma with the keratin treatments and the consciousness about health these days. You'd want to kind of make the environment clean for that.
This is a two-part situation. So you see, some things might get out into the atmosphere. So anything that gets out, you have a second part of this thing.
There is also an air purifier, and whatever gets left in the room that the source capture device doesn't get, the air purifier captures it. And it has a charcoal filter that winds up cleaning the fumes of all the formaldehyde and anything else that might be in there.
And when we talk about this, I had said, we had a big news meeting yesterday. I said at my hair salon, there was a pregnant woman, and they had to make appointments when the pregnant woman wasn't there, meaning it was that dangerous that you didn't want to do that around pregnant women or sick people.
It is, absolutely. Women sometimes don't want to get hair colored when they're pregnant, and the same thing with the keratin. It has chemicals, and it hasn't been out long enough for research to be what it actually does. Yeah. So just to take that precaution and be safe, that's why we invested in this.
We hear a lot about these organic keratin or healthy keratin, and those things, those options are out there. You guys aren't doing them because you find that there's still a lot of expense, but it doesn't really...
It's not as effective. Okay. And ours has a 0.2% of methylene glycol, which is a formaldehyde derivative. It's not a lot, but it gets the job done. And really, in a keratin treatment, you need that preservative to make it work. Otherwise, it's basically just like a deep conditioning treatment.
Yeah. You say in the wintertime, people are coming in maybe once or twice a week, but man, they come in the summer.
In the summertime, they come quite often. In the wintertime, they come in maybe once every 3 or 4 months just to maintain it. But for the summer months, especially with that humidity, when you want to control that curl and that frizz, this is a great option.
So the last thing, the other thing that you say you like about this type of keratin, you only have to not wash it. That's really great grammar there. You don't have you can wash it after 24 hours.
That's true. This is a 24-hour treatment as opposed to older treatments that had to stay in for 48 to 72 hours, and you'd walk around with greasy feeling hair.
I've seen that in my neighborhood, and they're like, I can't put sunglasses on, they can't do anything, but this within 24 hours she
24
can
hours,
do
the next day you get it done one morning, you wash it out the next morning.
All right, I'm gonna suck the stuff out again. All right, you can't really smell it. That's pretty good. All right, good, I love it. And for the treatment, you would leave it on the entire time?
I would leave it on during the whole process.
Okay, good. She looks great. And by the way, happy future birthday. Mike and Chanel, we have a St. Patrick's Day baby right here in the chair. Aww. But her name's not Patricia, it's
Jennifer.
Jennifer, of course.
Jennifer.
I'm sure she spells it a little differently.
How much does the keratin treatment cost, Jen?
How much does it cost?
It starts at $250 and goes up depending on the hair length and density.
Yeah, but Mike, $250. People are spending $100 just to get their hair colored. So
Well,
it's not like
that's true. She has
it's not the end of the
hair.
world.
Yeah, for 4
Doesn't
months.
she?
Yeah, and
for 4 months.
It makes it shiny too. Now, Meredith Cassidy, the woman who's producing this particular hour of the program, her hair is shiny today too. She says she just doesn't wash it, and she gets that same shine.
She actually eats seaweed. Apparently that makes it shiny.
Thanks, Jen.
You can buy the little seaweed chips. My roommate used to do that. My roommate from Hong Kong used to chew seaweed all the time. She said it would make her hair shiny. Her hair was gorgeous.
Over and over and over and over. Jan, how do you fix that?
Okay, there are plenty of ways to fix it, and we're here with Brittany, the guru of extensions. You don't only do that, but we're going to talk about it in a minute. There's like powders and vitamins and things like that.
Yes.
So we want to begin. We love you so much. We're going to show you before, okay? We're going to show a before of this very young lady. And as you can see, she was thinning a little bit in the front.
Right.
Not a total tragedy.
Yes.
But a little bit thinning, right?
Yes.
Okay, and then we're going to show a picture of what we're calling pat. That's the hair piece that we put on here. But it's unlike traditional hair things, right? Why is it different?
It's a tape system. Hot Heads makes them. We got it courtesy of True Beauty.
Love it.
But they're these little tiny slits in this piece, and you pull the hair through, and then you close the tape, and it stays on for 8 to 12 weeks.
That's amazing. So it's sort of like pulling through a cap. That's what you're going to do there,
Yes.
like with the old school highlighting. And as we're doing this, you know, we're at Architeqt because they are one of the salons that is participating in Wellness Week, guys. You go to spafinder.com and basically you can get $25 off of the services. You have to do the services before the end of the week. That looks amazing. So then she can wash her hair and everything, take a shower?
Wash, blow dry, color, everything.
All right, so can we show her pretty face now? You look amazing. And you like what they've done. You like the result.
Very much.
Okay.
Very much like it.
It looks
Yeah.
pretty.
Yeah.
All right, we're going to abandon you for just a minute, and we're going to go show another way that you can do this, right?
Yes.
So this is a piece of tape. The other thing that we do, like I work here, the other thing that you do is this is also a piece of tape that you might put in, but this is for if you don't even have as much thinning as her.
You could do, like, she has a little bit of breakage here.
Yep.
So you could do something as simple as that.
Okay.
And you could do highlights, lowlights, you can do any type of color.
And again, it's like an extension, but this is not like a $2,000, 8-hour kind of a situation.
You do a whole head in 1 hour.
Really?
Yes.
And do you have a lot of people coming in to do just the stuff on the sides?
Yeah, a lot from breakage from color, breakage from, you know, overuse of hot tools.
Yes, especially here on the sides, right?
Right.
Oh, look at that. That does look cool. And it's literally just tape.
It's a medical adhesive, and it lasts through color, through everything.
Okay. I love it. Now, you say that your hair is actually thin. Is that true?
Very thin hair.
And the stuff on the bottom, the stuff. I want her hair. In case you haven't been able to tell, I'm in love with her hair. So up top, this is your actual hair.
All up and the halo is all mine.
But this is not your hair.
It's mixed. It's mixed in there.
It's very pretty. It's very pretty.
Thank
all right,
you.
so we're coming over to here, and we're going to talk a little bit about the hair powder, right?
Yes.
Because this is one of the things that you say, again, there's different levels of hair thinning. This is like if you just need a little bit of volume, or again, men, women might need a little extra vavoom.
Sure, this is called a texturizing powder, and basically it's great for women that have finer hair or want to use it the next day when their hair feels a little bit limp or flat. It has a little bit more of a thicker consistency than dry shampoo would.
Yeah.
But basically you just pick up a section of hair, you would sprinkle it right at the root, and you bring it back up, you rub it in, and then if you just pick the hair up, it gives it that instantaneous volume.
That looks, now I have to say this, I'm a hair rookie, and I see all these products that you hair people are trying to sell people. Can a hair rookie, can a civilian do this, or do you have to be a professional?
Anybody can do this. Women have been doing this with baby powder for decades now, but this is just a better version of that you can use in your hair.
And it's kind of sticky?
It has a little bit of a stickiness to it. It's almost like grittiness that gives it a little bit of a weight there.
I love it. All right. Well, thank you so much. I appreciate it. And so, guys, you know, as I said, and she's finishing up here and make sure she's beautiful. The reason why we came here and the reason why we've been talking about all these things is that literally 6,000 spas and salons all around the country, you get one of these Spa Finder gift cards and you can get $25 off. It's like a restaurant week for a spa. And I tell you something, we talked about this in the meeting. People have given me the Spa Finder cards. Yeah. They're in my drawer. Forgive me, Spa Finder.
Go get a massage.
But again, like, yeah, you can go on vacation, you can do Pilates. It's not just like traditional treatments like this. Pretty cool.
Hey, what's the exact address there? You on Walnut?
What? I'm not on Walnut. I am at 10th and Locust, basically.
Oh,
right?
10th and Locust.
I'm in Washington Square West. Mike Jarek, I'm 265. I'm at 265 Locust.
I know exactly where you're right next to Locust
10th.
Bar.
I'm right next to the Locust. I'm so crazy from going in that Locust Bar that I didn't even know where I was.
Heather, the bartender, love her. Thank you. Hey,
thanks,
Lady Gaga.